The European startup scene can look back on a record year. In Europe, more and more hubs are emerging that successfully promote startups and new technologies. The data company Dealroom has now published a new report about the startup ecosystem in Berlin, comparing the data with those of the other European hubs. Looking at the total value created in the European startup hubs, London ranks first with 129 billion euros, followed by Stockholm, Amsterdam, and Berlin. Alice Zaguri, founder of accelerator The Family, advocates that startups and companies should also think more pan-European in order to take advantage of the respective hubs.
Okay, so first we need maybe to realize that our environment is not quite the same as Silicon Valley. We should just stop looking at each tech hub as if it was a competition. Okay, so London alone is not worth it. Berlin alone is not worth it. Paris alone is not worth it. Stockholm alone. You just take the specificities and take advantage of each feature of each places. Okay, so it's only 2 hours flight away from each other. I'd rather have a designer in Sweden and a COO in Berlin and an engineer in Paris than looking for the best person in Barcelona because I've decided to be in Barcelona. Okay, we can work remotely a lot, and that's what tech is all about. So let's see Europe as a platform.
Most unicorns exist in London, but Berlin is still in second place here. However, if you look at companies with unicorn potential, valued between $250 million and $1 billion, according to Dealroom, Paris takes second place. Most of the venture capital goes to Great Britain, ahead of Germany and France. In Germany, however, the mega rounds account for a larger share than in other countries. Even when it comes to VC investments, there are differences between Silicon Valley and European hubs. Despite these differences, opportunities for investments are on the rise.
I have seen different ways of approaching to investment, and I lived in the US and California, in Palo Alto for some time, investing there. And I think there is slightly different perspective on how we make investment. However, I think Europe has a very unique space in the global technology scene, and this space is because Europe is so keen on building a lot of expertise in the engineering space. So when we meet engineering teams in Europe, they are really, really outstanding. So I think sometimes what can be overlooked when someone comes with the US perspective, let's say, that this, sometimes at the beginning, especially lack of commercial expertise might be taken as too seriously. Although in Europe we think that we see more and more companies that actually manage to build this commercial expertise over time. So they start with something super unique and super creative on the technology side, and then with time, with growing internationally, they manage to attract global talent, and as well now we see more and more of this talent in Europe who can join the company and help actually to build it to the next stages. So I think there is a unique European perspective, but it's also truly unique European opportunity.